Okay, if you agree, we can start. So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to this very interesting event. This Somalia Business Matchmaking Forum is a very, very useful platform for Italian and Somali companies, not only Italian, but also I saw in the platform companies from the Gulf area, from Germany, from Egypt and other countries. So it's very, very important for us, for the Somali companies to participate today because it's a useful opportunity to explore new partnerships, new synergies, to explore new technologies, to find investments, and also to find new channels to explore in the Somali market. Just some number, just to give you some number of the platform, of the work we are doing. In the platform, we have 75 registered companies, so very, very big participation from Italy and from Somalia above all. And we have also 36 meetings already scheduled. So the platform is very, very well participated. I'm very glad about that. And we have around 20 companies in different sectors, starting from agro-industry, but also livestock, construction, agricultural machineries, and a lot of industrial sectors. So I'm really glad to start today. We have also a big participation, very good, very well parterre here among the speakers, because we have the honor to have today the State Minister of Commerce and Industry. So, Excellency, good morning. We have the Director of ITPO Italy, Diana Battaggio. Good morning, Diana. And also the Ambassador of Italy to Somalia, Excellency Alberto Vecchi. So we can start. And I'm very glad to give the floor to ITPO Italy Director, Diana Battaggio. Please.
Thank you, Francesco. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really glad to open this business matching forum focused on Somalia, a very promising land with enormous potential in different productive sectors, which are essential in stimulating growth and providing a socio-economic stabilization of the country. Indeed, it is through the expansion of the productive capacities that developing countries will be able to rely increasingly on domestic resources to finance and their economic growth, to reduce aid dependence and to attract private capital inflow. At this purpose, the intervention of UNIDO is intended to unleash this huge potential, mainly by adding value to local products through the diffusion of proper technologies, machineries, equipment, and know-how. In this framework, UNIDO ITPO act as an honest broker in developing linkages between SMEs in developing countries and Italian ones. Above all, identifying and mobilizing technical, financial, and managerial resources in order to achieve employment, economic competitiveness, and environmental protection. During last year, our office has been supporting many SMEs in developing countries like Cuba, Mozambique, Senegal, Ethiopia, Botswana, Pakistan, among others. In promoting investments opportunity in several sectors where Italy sets world standard of best practice, such agro-industry, food, textiles and clothing, leather and footwear, environmental, renewable energies, etc. This commitment is mainly based on the promotion of industrial partnership, on improvement of technological and qualitative standards, and on capacity building to partner institutions. Since 2019, we have included Somalia in our cooperation and operations. Thanks to our friends and colleagues of UNIDO in Mogadishu, we are implementing the project Productive Sectors Development Program for Somalia, founded by the Italian Agency of Development Cooperation. The Italian business community can play a fundamental role in supporting industrialization process of the Somali. Indeed, Italy excels in several kinds of machinery manufacturing, such as agriculture machineries, cold chain technology, dairy and fishery equipment, building materials, being leader in Europe and all over the world. This forum is essential to provide a platform for the exchange of technical knowledge and expertise between Italian and Somali companies operating in different sectors, such as agro-industry and construction, in order to increase investment opportunities and transfer of efficient best practices and technologies. The attention paid by the Italian private sector to the reconstruction process that will affect Somalia in the forthcoming years, especially through the network of SMEs, is very crucial to support the creation of a peaceful and prosperous business environment. As you know, the role of SMEs and the private sector in general is a key aspect for economic growth. Moreover, SMEs play a significant role in achieving the SDGs and can contribute to solve some of the core issues for the 2030 agenda, as they make up more than 90% of businesses worldwide. I'm sure that this event will provide an overview of the opportunity offered by Somalia, as well as the enormous potential offered by the cutting-edge technologies existing in Italy. We strongly believe in partnership as a fundamental tool to strengthen domestic resource mobilization and favor the exchange of knowledge in a win-win cooperation perspective. I wish all of you to find a reliable partner in our platform for a strong and fruitful collaboration in the year to come. Thanks a lot for your attention. See you later.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you. You're right.
Thank you.
Very glad to work with the UNIDO Somalia team since 2019. So we delivered a lot of activities in Mogadishu, in Rome, but unfortunately also online because of the pandemic period we are living. Now I'm really glad to give the floor to His Excellency, the Ambassador to Italy, to Somalia, Alberto Vecchi. Ambassador, you have the floor, please. Ambassador, you're muted. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the State Minister for Commerce and Industry, Abdikadir, representatives of UNIDO, Mrs. Battaglia, Mr. Aloka, my good friend Igor Skarja, with whom we have had a fruitful, long cooperation in these years, and to all the participants to this platform, a warm welcome. Maybe if you allow me, I switch my video off because I know that this normally helps the line to be kept in a useful way. When I arrived here, it was October 2019. One of my first experiences as an ambassador was the business forum organized by UNIDO with the funding of the Italian corporation that took place here in Alane, in Mogadishu, in presence. Back then, you will remember the problem of COVID was not there yet. And I was really impressed by the huge attendance that seminar had. Igor will remember, I mean, the Somali counterparts, Somali businessmen came in by the hundreds, attracted by the idea of creating partnerships and interacting with Italian businessmen. And that opened my eyes immediately on the huge potential and the huge expectation that there is here in Somalia regarding the cooperation and the interaction with the Italian counterparts. Our friends that are on the platform that come from other countries will excuse me if I mainly see these issues from a national point of view, but that attendance gave me the measure on of how natural it is the Italian businessman as a counterpart for the Somali businessman. It has been said before, there's the economic growth is a huge driver for peace and security. So and stability of a country. So there is also that reason why we are promoting these kind of events. But it's not only that. In my opinion, and along these years, I could observe how Somalia is unique in the panorama of Africa. I have quite an extensive experience in other parts of the continent, and I must say, and I must underline, that in my experience, Somalia is really unique. And I'm 100% sure that when there will be peace in this country, Somalia will enjoy an impressive growth rate in terms of economy. And this is mainly due to the exceptional quality of its people. Let's face it, I mean, Somalis are different. And there's a huge potential in them. Mrs. Battaglia pointed out how huge is the potential of the Italian counterparts in terms of serving as counterparts for the Somalis in the sectors that are mainly needed here. I would like to point out how unique and impressive and exceptional is the potential also from the Somali side. Which I have found no equal in other experiences that I've had. So this event is an incredible opportunity for our businessmen to create partnerships starting from now. This event is not in presence as for obvious reasons, but starting now and looking for a brighter future and for future cooperation in a deeper way that we all expect it will take place in time. So this said, I'm not wasting any more of your time, but I presented the auspices for an excellent forum with concrete results to pave the way for other initiatives that I hope can take place in presence here in Somalia, as we were saying earlier on. So thanks a lot to all of you. Welcome, a fruitful seminar, and a good day to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. Very, very well speech. You are really right, because everything will start in 2019 during the Italy-Somalia Business Forum. In this occasion, the support from the embassy was crucial, and Igor knows. So very, very thanks to the embassy, to you, Ambassador, for your support in these activities. For sure, we hope to come soon in Mogadishu for other events in person with entrepreneurs, with companies in Mogadishu to find all the opportunities Somalia can offer. Now, I'm very glad to give the floor to my colleague in Somalia, Igor Scarcia, UNIDO Somalia representative. So, Igor, please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Francesco, and thank you for the kind word. Also, Excellency, both Diana Battaglia and Excellency Alberto Vecchi, Ambassador of Italy to Somalia, and welcome also to His Excellency Minister Abdul Kadir Sharif, Minister of State for the Ministry of Commerce and Industry of the Federal Government of Somalia, and my dear friend from the Enterprise Development Units, both in the network, the Secretariat, HISE, and Professor Iste and Jamila that will join us in a moment from the EDU in Baidoa, and distinguished guests that are listening to us online and will be attending today's business matchmaking forum. It's definitely a pleasure to open this event today. As Excellency the Ambassador mentioned, it's a pity that we cannot meet in person probably. We have done this event, as we mentioned before, in 2019. We hope to actually consider a similar event again in 2022, since the opportunity to do that are starting to materialize, and we really hope that will be the case. The event in December 2019 was opened the way to what we have now, and particularly it was an open-eye experience, understanding of what are the, exactly as I mentioned the ambassador, the opportunities that as UNIDO, together with our partners of the international community, between donors, the government of Italy has been a great support in this direction, but particularly the unconditional friendship that we are receiving from the partner of Somalia that has supported us along the way. Excellency, the Minister and the team of the Chamber of Commerce has been critical for the embracing actually the vision that the program had together, which actually came from a desire from the government of Somalia to move in this direction, with more act a catalytic force probably to support that direction and support that to take place with the technical expertise that UNIDO could bring together, and the capacity of bringing a network together of partners and supporters. It's important what we are doing, particularly because it focuses and specializes on the support that Somalia could need on economic development. Economic development, if supported, can contribute to a peace process by particularly investing in economic inclusion and distribution of gains that natural development of growth can generate. It also contributes to process of stability, and that's basically our intention also with the program of Productive Sector Development Program, which is a joint program implemented together with FAO and ILO as well, with the leadership, under the leadership of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and the participation also of other entities in the government of Somalia and the Somali private sector and financial sector, that is attempting to build those institutions that can be, in a way, more resilient over also all those shocks that oftentimes, as we know, unfortunately affect Somalia. It's a change of pace also, or the type of intervention that we would like to see happening more frequently in Somalia in terms of economic, in terms of development. Moving away from the chronic dependency probably that oftentimes we have seen happening in the case of humanitarian assistance, and trying to really invest in institutions that are stronger and in a way able to cope themselves with the challenges that keep occurring in the country. Finally, the target is the private sector. From building those institutions, we need to understand the beneficiary, the service provided by the institution, that is basically the SMEs, that are actually taking the big risk when it comes to making investment and generate, and as a result of that investment, generate the type of economic activity that could create jobs, could create economic opportunity in general. As UNIDO, we try to stimulate this type of investment, particularly focused in the beginning on domestic investment, but also looking at what will be the potential down the road for other type of partnership with the private sector, investors from overseas. This is definitely not our primary target, but it's something that we look at when we organize events like this, particularly to establish those first linkages between Somali companies and foreign enterprises, particularly looking at Italy, as was our entry point to the European market probably, and also more broadly to what are the opportunities that could happen in the European context, but also in the broader regional context around Somalia and the Gulf region. So for us, it's remarkable to be able to organize events like this, also despite the challenges that international travel oblige us to kind of reduce in a way, to be more compliant also to the international advice on international travel and in-person meetings. So at the moment, those events had to happen in this way. But actually, I would say that 2022, we are starting with already an event like this one, most likely also will help us start planning for something more in person, more old-fashioned, let's say, that goes back into the way that we used to interact. So thank you again. Thank you for all the people that were behind the organization. The team actually was behind the organization. The team. Thank you, Francesco, for, as usual, the professional collaboration. And I leave it to you, the floor to our next speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you very much. You mentioned the events in presence. Let's hope to organize some events in Mogadishu, but also here in Europe. Probably with the incoming from Somalia, we are going to participate hopefully in some trade fairs during this year with the Somali companies. So we will continue. We will continue despite the pandemic. We will try to offer our support to the private sector in Somalia. Thank you very much, Igor. Now I'm glad to give the floor to the Somali State Minister for Trade, Mr. Abdulgadil Sharif. Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you, Excellency. Excellencies, distinguished participants, good morning. Assalamu alaikum, especially Ambassador Alberto Vecchi, Diana Battaglia, Francesco Paloca, Igor Scarcia, my friend, and Professor Issa, and all other participants. As the State Minister of the Commerce and Industry of the Federal Government of Somalia, I am delighted to welcome you to this P2B platform organized by UNIDO and ITPO, inviting Somali enterprises to participate in this important initiative. Somalia has a huge opportunity and potential in terms of agriculture, agro-industry, fishery, livestock, dairy, and construction sector. The country offers the world high quality and value for money fruits such as a banana, lemon, grapefruit, watermelon, sesame, guava, papaya, mango, and many more. Livestock and crops remain the source of economic activity, employment, and exports in Somalia. The high imports are indicative of the demand and opportunity to invest in agriculture, livestock, and fishery sectors to stimulate the private sector and in turn increase the Somali productive capacity. It's with such perspective that the Minister of Commerce and Industry is proud to be involved and promotes the important initiative in order to foster business opportunities between Somalia and Italian companies, in particular, allowing to showcase products from Somali enterprises, which brings them a step close to access international market, while also exploring necessary technologies to upgrade and improve own operations. The success of such events is evident in the business deal between CNH and Galoge Cooperative, which included 6 new tractors with more in pipeline. As a result, having Galoge Cooperative to function as an agency of CNH in Somalia, this partnership demonstrates confidence that Somalia is ready to business internationally, but also the huge potential the country possesses to invest. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Ministry, I would like to reiterate that Ministry of Commerce and Industry, along with UNIDO, is ready to support the Somali producers and investors who are interested to do business in Somalia. Lastly, all this good work will have not been possible without the support of the Italian government and Italian Agency for Development Cooperation. Therefore, we say thank you to you because that you know Somalia and Italia have a long-term friendship relation and cooperation, which did not started in these days. So that Italy is a special country for us, And we welcome all the Italian agencies, enterprises, and companies which are ready just to invest in our country. Thank you again. And I would like to thank again Igor and his unit in UNIDO in Somalia. The good work that they are doing here, they are helping the enterprises and the work that the minister is doing just to promote the sector, different sectors such as the business and the agriculture and the livestock and everything. So thank you again, all of you, and I will like to leave the floor to other participants. Thank you again.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you very much. You mentioned one of the main achievements of 2021, the partnership between CNH Industrial and Galog Cooperative. So it's a big partnership. You know very well. Obviously, it's a distribution agreement, a dealership agreement between a huge company like CNH and the Galog Cooperative in Baidoa. So it's the way to support the company and also to introduce in the Somali market very good technology, because they already received 6 tractors. They are going to receive other 6 or 9 tractors in the forthcoming months. So I think it's a very, very good partnership. We can propose again to the companies in Somalia, and probably this morning in the B2B session they can discuss about that, because I saw a lot of companies also in the agricultural machinery sector. So probably we can meet again these needs from Somali side. Thank you very much, Excellency. I'm now glad to give the floor to Professor Isse, a very good friend of us, a very good friend of UNIDO, for his speech. Professor Isse, you have the floor.
Grazie. I would like to start with the Excellencies to welcome the State Minister, Mr. Abdelkader Sharif, His Excellency Alberto Vecchi, the Ambassador of Italian, Ms. Diana Bettaccia della UNIDO ITPO, Palacco, and Jamila. After this, I would like to start with, instead of starting the business marching of this forum, I would like to try to encapsulate what makes this marching successful, which is actually the leading private sector of the SCCI, the Chamber of Commerce, the main correspondent of the public sector in Somalia with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, which we have a very good relations in terms of working together. The marching of international organization UNIDO, which has got the lead of Igor, and then the country itself, which is going to fund these projects and promoting this, which is the Italian, which knows the Somalia for a long time. And we did learn from a lot of progress and success when it comes to the relations and partnership with Somalia. That was when it was the public to public. And I do remember, and I will say, when it was back in the era of Craxi and our late Siad Barre with the Fondo Aiuto Italiano, how that was going on and how we were prospering from that. And right from the beginning, it was the Italian who has given the formation for the Somali administrative from the government. So we have got that marching, which actually trying to make the marchings for the business-private partnership, and this seeing that potential that could come out of this marching. So that needs to be noted. And after that, I would like to underline that what we're going to see from the Chamber of Commerce is to try to promote this promotion, that we try to excel and train the business, Somali business, from the informality that we have to the formalities that actually have started with UNIDO to make provide a training to formalize and teach how they're going to be planning and running and budgeting and communicating for this eventual marching system of the B2B. And I would like to underline as well to thank for His Excellency Mr. Alberto Vecchi, the ambassador, saying there is no equal for Somalis of his experience. And of course, we are waiting for as we learn from as well from the Minister of Commerce, the state, that we are now with us, the State Minister, Mr. Abdulkadir Sharif, that we're going to work together to reach as Ms. Pataja said, to reach the SDGs. The Chamber of Commerce is always, whatever is called as the success, if you like, of the Somalis for nowadays, right from the beginning of the civil war up until now, the success that the Somali could claim, I would say that it is from the Chamber of Commerce, and it is what you call the registered companies and non-registered companies to be trying to make an umbrella for it to be prospering and then making these connections of international organizations. I would like also to underline how this marching is well known even internationally, because a week ago I've been taking part of the World Bank making some sort of a need analysis for Somalia that have been asked from the Office of Prime Minister. The guy who was leading the World Bank was a French-Canadian national. He was saying, you know, that Somalia is very much like Italian because they have got a very powerful and vibrant private sector. So if you look at this pattern, it's something that is globally well known, and specifically for those nowadays involved in Somalia, they actually know what UNIDO and the AC, the Italian Agents for Development Cooperation are doing. And no wonder that as well this marching, it needs to be noted that the Italian Investment and Technology Promotion, ITPO, which is actually, as we know now, is actually doing the proper marching, deserves special thanks, as they were instrumental in encouraging the Italian companies to come forward and take advantage of the mutual beneficial partnerships that we are looking for, which will make our countries grow closer and grow prosperous. Having said that, on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I wish all companies who will venture these initiatives the best luck. And I would also like again to thank the organizers of this marching, whether it's going to be the ITPO, which is making the marching, the Minister of Commerce, the UNIDO, the Italian agents. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Back to you, Mr. Balaka.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you. The Somali Chamber of Commerce is really fruitful. The collaboration with you is really fruitful because we had the occasion to meet a lot of companies and to support the private sector. So thank you very much for participating in all these events and also for the support in the field. I know you collaborate a lot with my colleagues, Igor, Najib, and the others. So thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you.
Yes, now I'm giving the floor now to Mrs. Jamila Haji from the EDU in Baidoa. So she's coordinating the Enterprise Development Unit in Baidoa. You have the floor, Jamila, please.
Thank you, and hi everyone. Excellence Minister Abdulkadir Sharif, Shekona Maye, Mr. Francisco, Mrs. Diana, and His Excellence Alberto, Ambassador of Italy, and Mr. Igor, and Mr. Abdulaziz, Ibrahim, also, and Professor Isse Halane, and distinguished participants. I greet you all, and it's a pleasure to join you in this meeting. I'm Jamila Haji, and I was part of a group of experts trained by UNIDO as entrepreneurship trainers in Addis Ababa, and then later on as a business counselor in Nairobi. Currently, I'm the head of the Enterprise Development Unit in Baidoa. And now I'm talking all about the Enterprise Development Unit in Baidoa, Kismayo, Beledweyne, and Mogadishu. And EDU Enterprise Development Unit existing in 4 regional, in EDU Kismaya, EDU Baidoa, and also EDU Mogadishu and EDU Beledweyne. EDU will provide business advisors service to the entrepreneurs and enterprises, including but not limited to training both new existing enterprise to adapt the market and fully understand how business work and what are the qualities of a successful business. And also we provide business counseling. It is a one-on-one advisory program that aims at helping the entrepreneurs to help themselves. As we know, most of the Somali enterprises, they didn't have any information about the business they're starting. That is why, and we are doing to help for counseling. And we normally visit the business or the plant site of the entrepreneur having existing business, or to investigate business problems. This means we are helping to solve their problems during the business. And we as a EDU team and as a counselors will also help entrepreneurs, like finalizing a bankable business plan and marketing advice, and assisting in finding barriers, and also financial linkages, technology sections, and many others. And for that, this meeting, for me, it's a great important to start in Somali business, because of business margin forum creates opportunity for all business around the world, and especially for Somalia, creates an important opportunity to share information and become partnership. And also many contacts happen by chance when they're happening like this, when my business matchmaking, running across each other, and also business matchmaking platform. If we are and continue to help this platform is raising the network at a B2B or business to business events, and to another level inside companies in Somalia. We know there is a lot of huge company in Somalia, and they didn't work together, most of them. But when we are creating business matchmaking forum, they became to work each other, to share the information, to become a partnership. I believe this platform creates to trust and to work each other for Somali companies, and building community beyond the event. And just I want to conclude for 3 reasons why it makes sense to matchmake forum, especially in Somali business. And for one, for visitors. Then when the matchmaking platform, visitors can plan the visit and make opportunity. The second, for exhibitors. Exhibitors already know before the hand who they can expect, and to try and successful and success transparencies with a matchmaking platform. The third is the organizers, like this meeting. Then we completely know the monetization opportunity rises these platforms. And for that reason, I would like to thank all of you for being here today. And I would like to give thanks for everyone, and also to thank United Nations Industrial Development Somalia and made this event successful. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jamila. Thank you for your participation. Now it's time to start. It's time to officially open the B2B platform. So for those who already scheduled any meetings, you can go on the platform and book meetings with the participants. So please go on the platform. For those who are following this streaming on YouTube, you can go in the next.brella.io join Somalia forum, so you can register now in the platform, and probably you can find some reliable partners for your business. It's time to act. It's time to go ahead. I'm the platform too, so you can meet also me in the platform until this afternoon. So please go on Umbrella Forum, Somalia Forum, Umbrella platform, and then you can access all the profiles. Thank you very much for the participation to all the distinguished speakers. Thank you to the State Minister, to the Ambassador, Diana Battaglia, Igor, Professor, and Jamila. Thank you very much. We can keep in touch for all the evolutions, and I wish to all of you very, very fruitful meetings for your business. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Palante. Thank you all.
Thank you, grazie.
Thank you very much.